Hello, I'm Kay,
I'm JR,
and welcome to our channel,
and of course, Captain
Captain
Jack
Jack
Sparrow.
Sparrow. Today we put some questions on Facebook, and I took some questions from our the different Facebook groups that we're in about diet and things after weight loss surgery that we're going to answer today. That's basically what we're going to do today, is answer some of your questions or some of people's questions about the weight loss surgery and things like that.
And a disclaimer, this is just our personal experience. We're
Right.
not experts, we're not professionals. So just to let y'all know, this is just from our personal experience and our personal opinions.
Right.
So don't take this.
We're not doctors. We're just giving you our opinions from our experience. Hello, I'm Kay,
I'm JR,
and welcome to our channel,
and of course,
Captain Jack Sparrow. First things first, though, the weekly holidays. And today is Monday, July 12th. We have National Pecan Pie Day, National Simplicity Day, National Different Colored Eyes Day, and International Paper Bag Day.
I actually met a few people in
My
life
aunt.
that had two different color eyes.
My Aunt Mickey has a blue eye and a green eye.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not that common, but it's common.
Right.
And then Tuesday, July 13th, you have National French Fry Day, National Embrace Your Geekiness Day, National Delaware Day, and National Cow Appreciation
International
International
Appreciation.
Cow Appreciation.
Right. Then on Wednesdays, July 14th is National Mac and Cheese Day, National Nude Day, National Pandemonium Day, and International Grand Mariner Day.
Mariner would be like
sea.
boats. Oh,
Yeah.
And then Thursday, we have National Gummy Worm Day, National Clear Beauty Day.
Clean Beauty Day.
National Give Something Away Day, and National Pet Fire Safety Day.
Right.
Give something away.
We give something away at least once a week, at least once a month. So
Right.
Friday, July 16th is National Corn Fritter Day, National Fresh Spinach Day, National Personal Chef Day, and International Snake Day.
Saturday, sorry guys, we have National Peach Ice Cream Day, National Lottery Day, National Tattoo Day, and International Emoji Day.
And then on Sunday, July 18th, we have National Caviar Day, Nelson Mandela International Day, and International Listening Day.
Caviar. Ugh.
I know. I don't like caviar all that much.
I don't like
either.
raw anything.
Right.
Well, I'm sorry, I eat raw hot dogs, so I mean.
Yeah, but actually they're cooked. I mean, they're not actually raw meat. They're pre-cooked. They're just cold. So today we are going to be answering some questions, like I said, about weight loss surgery and things like that. One thing I do want to mention is that we will be having new merch on August 1st. I have worked out the different logos. I don't have my family logo. I don't have that on here, but if you go to our YouTube banner, it has the "Don't Get Fit, Don't Quit" logo that is going to be on some items that we will bring some more of that to you later on this month. So now we are going to go to some questions. The first one, this one isn't really a question, but when it comes to weight loss, when it comes to having surgery or anything, don't measure your progress by using someone else's ruler. Don't compare your results to someone else's results. That's something that I have learned, especially I'm in a lot of support groups, Facebook support groups, and weight loss support groups through my doctor's office. And the one thing that they tell you is not everybody is the same.
What I have seen with this, though, is I've seen people, instead of measuring their progress and comparing they have said that their progress was similar. I've seen people
Right.
say that we
You can
start
be
out the same
similar.
height, the same
Right.
weight, and we're like they'll say our progress is similar.
Right. But
But I've also
every
seen
person's
people,
metabolism is different.
right, and I've also
So,
seen people measure their
right.
progress against somebody else. Oh well, I've been doing the same thing as you, and I haven't lost as much.
Right.
You know,
Okay. The first question that we have is, what is a good sugar-free flavored syrup for coffee besides Tarani? Tarani is, I know that I found it at Walmart, and it's at a couple of different places. The one thing that I found about Tarani and that I've seen in some of the other posts from taking this is that Tarani has a very chemical taste to it when you add it to coffee. I know you haven't tried it,
I don't use
but
it.
Tarani has a very chemical taste. And the one thing that it has been recommended is, I will go to skinny mixes. Now, I have not found this in any stores right now, but you can order it from the website. It's Jordan's Skinny Mixes. They do have a lot of syrups that you can put in coffee. You can put in all different types of drinks, and they are sugar free. Well, most of them are sugar free. They do have some that have sugar, but they
The one that you found is from Dollar Tree called
right,
Cafe Al Fresco.
right. Cafe
And
Al
you
Fresco
can order
has
that online if you don't, if
right,
you can't find it. I
right.
have saw that online before.
Right, that's the one that I use.
The
Cafe Al
vanilla.
Fresco. I have vanilla, and they have salted caramel.
No,
That
salted caramel is a different brand that I bought. It's not Cafe Al Fresco.
And then also our local store, Rouse's, has one here that I have not found. I haven't even found it online. So I'm not going to mention it just because I haven't found it anywhere else. Also, Starbucks has one, and I have looked all over. Starbucks does have one sugar-free vanilla. You can only buy it in Starbucks store though. You can't buy it online. If you hit this buy now here, it will tell you, give you a location of your nearest Starbucks. So they do now. It does say sugar-free, and one thing I will say that I have just recently learned is that when a nutritional fact says that something has one carbohydrate but it has 0 calories, it doesn't actually have a carbohydrate. If something has 0 calories, it has no carbs. Especially when it comes to liquid, it does not have carbs. I just recently found this out, and I did a bunch of research on it. The reason that the nutritional labels say that it has a carb is because the FDA says that if it has sugar alcohol, that it has carb. But when it comes to liquid and when it comes to calories, if there are no calories in something, it does not have any carbs in it. So I did recently learn that I want to tell other people about, because when people look at these nutritional labels, you think that something has carbs and you're trying to adjust, but it doesn't always mean that. The stevia that I use has no calories, but it shows that it has carbs, but it really doesn't. So that's something that it's, and I will tell you also, when it comes to nutritional labels, they have a margin for error. There is a 4% margin for error, so it could be less or more when you're looking at it. So a nutritional label is a guideline. It's not a solid fact. You can't measure everything to the exact, and that's something that I've definitely learned about. So,
but I don't like when it comes to syrups though. I use instead of using a syrup, I use Coffee Mate chocolate sugar-free powder, and I still use syrup that has sugar in it, but not a lot. I haven't found anything sugar-free mocha that I like yet, but I'm not an expert. I wouldn't know about the syrup. She's more of a
right, I
broad
use
in the
syrup.
syrups than
Right,
I do.
I use syrups in
So,
my coffee. I use flavored creamers in my coffee.
but it has been 4 months. No
That is
granulated
no
sugar.
granulated sugar. So that is
No
something.
extra added sugar to my coffee, which is
Right.
something I never thought I could do.
Right. The next question is, you have days when you can eat more than usual, and then other days where you can't eat more than a few bites, and that is definite. There are days that I can't even get close to my calories, and can't get close to, I can't eat as much. And then there's other days where I feel like I'm just hungry and I want to eat. I don't, but there are
But
days.
that could also, if you look at your patterns, that one day that you can't eat a lot, maybe you have more protein than normal. Maybe you have more protein at a dinner than or
Right.
a meal.
And
To
that is
me,
something to keep in.
I notice I eat more when the more energy I exert.
Right.
The more workouts I do, like the days that I go to plasma or the days that I go out running errands, I'm
But
walking
also-
more, I'm burning more energy,
Right.
so I'm needing more fuel.
Right. But also, you're 4 years out from surgery, so your stomach is more healed than people
No,
who...
there is times where I can't eat a few bites.
Right, there is. But I have noticed that as time goes by, absent surgery. Now, the first 3 months after surgery, I could not push my stomach. If I even tried to push my stomach, the food was coming back up. There was no way of pushing my stomach. But as time has gone by, I have found that I can push a little bit more each time.
But
I
I've
try
noticed-
not to. I definitely do try not to, because that is how you get into those...
Well,
old
some people have
habits.
asked the question. I have seen this question in the groups plenty of times, and some people have went off and said that 2 weeks after surgery they could eat. They feel like they can still eat like they did before.
Right.
So
But you have to-
they question did they actually do the
Right.
surgery?
But
And it's
also,
like,
that comes to when you have the surgery, you have to change your mindset. That is the one thing. That's one of the main reasons
right.
that they give you that time period between when they say you can have the surgery and they actually do the surgery, because you have to change your mindset. You have to change how you look at food and how you eat before you have the surgery. Otherwise, you're going to go back into bad habits and you're going to stretch out your stomach again. And
I had a conversation with the manager at Dollar Tree yesterday. She said her daughter's looking into it. Her daughter's like 400 pounds, and I said, look, I've been through it. I said,
Right.
tell your daughter the first 2 weeks before and the 3 or 4 weeks after, I think honestly is the hardest part. The 2 weeks
Right.
before and the 4 weeks after, 4 to 5 weeks after the surgery.
when that's the liquid diet.
Right. That's the initial hardest part out of the whole thing,
Right.
in my opinion.
Right, that's for you. But also for me,
But some doctors don't
Right.
do it 2 weeks. Some doctors only do 2 days, 1 week.
Right.
It
But
differs.
also, you have to, and that's something that working with a nutritionist and doing the psych evaluations, it's very, very important to change your mindset about food, because you didn't get heavy just because of metabolism. You got heavy because of, any person typically gets heavy because of their relationship with food. And you have to adjust how you think about food, and you have to adjust how your diet is. And
you
that's
got the lucky
something...
ones that could eat all they want
Right.
all their life and stay like that big.
I know that
I have an uncle like that.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I was like that. I wish I was like
But
the people
the
who
thing,
could...
the mindset that I have now when I approach food is I can eat a little bit now. It ain't going nowhere.
Right.
It's going to be there. It's not like I have to eat this now. It's never going to be available. This is my last meal. No. The only thing that I don't like eating cold is my eggs.
Right.
I try to eat my eggs and breakfast a little bit faster than normal because I don't like cold eggs. But other than that, if
Right.
like when I make sausage, you notice you was like that's a lot of smoked sausage. But it lasts me 4 to
Right.
5 hours. I'll just take a bite here and there.
Right.
Or stuff like that. So the whole thing is there is going to be days, even 4 years out, there's going to be times, even 10 years out, there's
Right.
going to be times in your life where you're not just going to be up to eating. And it might not be because of your stomach. You just might not feel in the mood to eat.
Right.
You might not know, like you might have something going on in your brain, like you might be depressed about something and you don't realize it. You just
Right.
might not want to eat. Or something might have happened and you're like, nah, I don't feel like eating. I'm just not in the mood to eat.
Right.
It's going to happen. I mean, we're human.
Yeah.
I mean, even before my surgery, there was times that I didn't feel like eating.
Right.
It
There's times that I'll get busy either editing videos or
even
working
before your
on...
surgery.
Right.
There was times you'd sit here. And
I
it's like,
sit here and I don't think about it. I don't get hungry.
when I used to play
keep
before I
drink.
met you,
I
playing
keep
video games.
I keep my bottle of water.
Most people that play video games, they get into it.
Right, and they don't even think about it. Right.
And then when they go to eat it, that's when they gorge one big meal. And then 10 hours later, they're still playing. They haven't eaten for 10 hours, and all of a sudden, a big meal.
Right.
And 10, 12 hours later, they've been playing. We're human. We get distracted. It's going to happen.
Right.
I don't think anybody in their life can sit there and say for a 6-month period of time they stuck to an eating schedule at that time
Right.
every single day, because life happens.
Right.
I know people like to stick to a schedule. They like some
Right.
people like to eat every 2 or 3
right
hours.
after surgery,
It's
I had
possible.
to. Right after surgery, and I would get hangry. I
You
would
used to get frustrated
serious.
with me because I told you
Right.
you have to adjust your lifestyle based
right.
on.
For the
So
first like
it's good
2
to keep
months,
small little snacks when you go out, like in your
right? For
purse,
the
like little
first 2
peanuts
months,
or.
2 months after surgery, I would get angry. I mean, I would get ugly, mean, angry. When I was hungry and I couldn't eat, I would get horrible, and I know that. But it eased up as time went on, and I definitely noticed that. All right.
You know, you just bring stuff with you, like little small pieces of cheese or something, just to keep you, you know.
This is more of a question for you, but it could come up to me. Is once you qualify for skin removal surgery, will you have it or not, and why? Me, if I need it, I will, if my insurance covers it. And if I need it, I definitely will. Now, I know I won't, from what my doctor says, it takes at least 2 years out from surgery.
Before they'll
Right.
even think
2
about
years
it.
out from surgery and a steady wait for at least 6 months.
Right, that's what my doctor told me. Now, I know some people, they say their loose skin is a badge of honor. They'd rather have a loose skin than a fat stomach.
Right.
But to me, I'd rather have it because I've said this before. My upper chest, the man boobs, is really what bothers me.
Right.
And at this point, they're slowly going down, yes, because of the workouts. But eventually, I'm probably gonna have to have them removed, the skin removed. And yeah, I would. I mean, yes, me losing 250 pounds is a badge of honor, but the loose skin is. I can take pictures and I can have that as a memory.
Right.
As a memory down the road as a badge of honor.
Right.
I want to. Not because I saw something the other day in a group, somebody's talking about it, and they said they don't have a problem with their saggy skin from the weight loss. The only problem with it is trying to find clothes that actually fit and not having to tuck the skin in and all.
And see, that's my issue, because most of mine is probably going to be around my stomach. Now, I have noticed that on my leg, around my knees and around the back of my legs, I do have a little bit of saggy skin. But I have no doubt most of my weight was in my stomach, and that is where, if I will have saggy skin, that's where it's going to be.
There was a guy that went on Ellen about 8 years ago, before I met you, when weight loss surgery wasn't as popular, but it was just getting around.
Right.
And he says, you know, he had skin all over, and he's like, no, I'm not getting it removed. It's a badge of honor. I get what he's coming from.
I get it too.
I can respect where he's coming from.
I do understand that, but to me, one of the main reasons I wanted to do this was to get fit. And that saggy skin, to me, doesn't make me feel fit. Right. Now, as I lose more, and, you know, my opinion might change, because I'm not even 6 months out. I'm about 5 months out so far. But I don't see it changing. I really think if I'm able to have it.
If you need it.
If I need it, and I am able to have it, I will. I really do think I will. But I think
you have a step of advantage over me, because I didn't. Working out. You started working out 2-3 months after I didn't. I waited about a year. Right. I honestly think if I would have started before then, I probably wouldn't be as big. Right. Probably would have lost weight more. But circumstances were what they
different, were. Right. So next question: are there apps that calculate nutritional value of recipes? God. Yes, there are. And yes, there are quite a bit. Now, we use 2. I think I have 3 here. Yeah. I have, this one here is the main one that I use, mostly because this is Baritastic, and this is the one that my nutritionist recommended. And this one actually has, if you're in a program with most hospitals, most major hospitals, they can give you a code to put into Baritastic, and they can monitor your progress. I get emails from my nutritionist because
on there I could see from when I started to the date of my surgery. You know, I can look at a log of all of it.
Right. And I mean, this is a really good one. You can put in a recipe. You can get recipes. They actually have, if you see.
They might have more stuff in there than MyFitnessPal when you go look up stuff. Right. You found what? Outback in there?
Yeah.
I have found Outback in MyFitnessPal.
I have found Outback. I found Chili's. I found, Applebee's that we went to. It has all those nutritional values. If you see this first phone thing, because these are for your phone. You don't use these on the computer. You use these on your phone, on smartphones. And they do, for all the ones that I'm going to show you, they do have Apple and Android, so you can get them for both. But this one here, if you look, they have a place that says recipes. And for the recipes, they actually have low carb and high protein recipes that you can use if you don't have, if you don't know what you want to cook or what you want to eat or what is good for you when you have surgery and what is good for you, they actually have those recipes, and you can keep track of protein shakes, you can keep track of water, you can keep track of the vitamins that you take, you can keep track of everything with this app. I use this one religiously every single day. I put everything in, my vitamins and everything, and it keeps track of all my micros and my macros. The other one that I use right now, and this is my account here, this is the Fitbit. I do have an account with Fitbit because I have, and if you have a Fitbit watch or anything like that, you can use.
So I'm giving you a 6-month premium.
Right. When I bought my Fitbit, or when he bought the Fitbit, mine was a year. Yours was 3 months.
Yeah, but I don't need all of that.
Right.
As long as it keeps my progress.
You can still use the Fitbit app on your phone, even if you don't have the premium. And now I think you do have to have one of their products, like a watch or something.
No, not to use their app.
No, right.
You can use
it for the.
You can use it just for the recipes and stuff, and keep track of your macros.
Right. And see, this is my stuff for today.
Because Saturday's our day off. Don't worry about all that.
And then the other one that we used when he first started. Now I do have an account. I just don't have it signed in right now. But is MyFitnessPal. Is really good if you don't have a watch. Now you can link your watch to MyFitnessPal. We don't use this one quite anymore just because I use the Baritastic. But I know when he first had his surgery 4 years ago, we used MyFitnessPal religiously. That is the one. It has recipes. You can keep track of everything. It gives you your micros and your macros and everything on the phone. Now on here, it doesn't show you quite as much on the computer, but on the phone, it does have quite a bit of information. It gives you recipes. You can actually, with MyFitnessPal, you can set up a workout routine as well. They do have different workout routines and challenges. If you want to challenge your friends or who have the MyFitnessPal, or you can do challenges with other people who are getting in.
You can do the same thing with Fitbit if you have a Fitbit.
Right, you can. So those are
Or you can do like most people and go analog and just write it all down in the books.
Right, you do. And I actually have on my Amazon, which I will try and link below. I have some workout journal logs that you can keep. Stuff I'm still working on.
Workouts and meal tracking?
I don't have the meal tracking just yet, but I do have workouts. So I do have a workout journal that you can buy from Amazon that I know.
Is that the same question, or is that the one we're talking about?
That's the same question, yeah. Is what type of supplements do you take and how long do you have to take them? Now, I know my doctor told me that I'd probably have to take them forever, but you don't always have to.
That also depends on the type of food you eat.
Right.
Like me, I don't eat vegetables, so I'm going to be on a lot of these supplements for life because I don't eat vegetables.
I actually have the ones that we take here.
And you don't have to get this brand.
Right. We have Walmart brand because that's what we use. That's what's closest to us.
And through our insurance and OTC, we can get them without.
The first one is just a complete multivitamin. And it's green on it.
You just got me another one.
Right. No, it's right.
After those are gone, you got
after these are gone. Right. Now, the one thing that my dietitian and his dietitian made a point of saying, when you get a multivitamin after you have surgery, it needs to have at least 15 milligrams of iron. That is the one thing that is the most important. You have to have that iron because, especially for the first 3 months after surgery, your stomach is not going to absorb that iron from food. So you need to have a supplement. The next one is calcium, which is very important. You have to take calcium with vitamin D.
Now, if you get back to drinking milk,
if
you get back to can tolerate milk once in a while, you might
then it won't be so bad.
Right, you might not take calcium as much.
The next one is vitamin C.
I like to eat oranges. So
my bottles are green, and we have a green screen, so that's why they're doing this.
It's Spring Valley, but you can get.
It's the Spring Valley that you can get from Walmart. But any kind of vitamin, as long as it's a vitamin C, and we take 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C.
Like I said, if you like to eat oranges, once you can tolerate oranges, if you don't want to take vitamin C pills and you get vitamin C. The only bulk that so far that I think is like the B complexes and the multivitamins and stuff like that, and the iron.
Right. The next one is the fiber. Now, He takes his fiber pills right now. I don't take the pills, but I do have fiber powder. You can take Metamucil. You can take any type of fiber powder. I put it in my coffee in the morning. I put protein and collagen and fiber in my coffee every morning, just so that I'm getting everything at one time. I don't have to make multiple different things because I take plenty of these vitamins. That's why I put that in my coffee. The next one that is very important for hair growth is biotin. And
not just
of course
hair,
it's going.
it's hair, skin, and nails.
Right. It's for hair, skin, and nails, but for women, which is it's very helpful with hair.
I don't have to worry about that. So
right.
my hair never did fall out. I just cut it off. So
right. We take 10,000 mcg micrograms of biotin every day. The next two, this one is it's still hard to see, the super vitamin B complex. And then also this one is B12. It's hard to see, B12. Those are B vitamins. Those are going to help you with energy. And energy is important because energy is metabolism. Metabolism is what helps you burn fat. So those pills are definitely very important. Now, one thing that I have had to do, I actually can only take the B12 3 times a week because my B12 numbers got extremely high. And that's something you have to work with your doctors about, is testing your B12 to make sure it doesn't get too high, because then you can get into heart problems. Another thing that's very important is to make sure that you get enough sleep.
At least 7.5 hours.
Right. And that's why it's very important for us to make sure that we get enough sleep. So
some people can function on 6 hours.
Right. But okay, when is a good time? We're going to try and bounce these next couple ones out pretty quick. When is a good time to start working out after surgery? That you need to talk to your doctor about.
Talk to your doctor.
But usually it's about 6 weeks. I know that I started at about 6 weeks.
6 to 8 weeks.
Right. I started at about 6 weeks. But it's important to ask your doctor this, because depending on what type of staples you have on your stomach, what type of stitching you have, you need to talk to your doctor about it to find out when is a good time to go get back into work. And then once your
doctor says it's okay, then you work slowly into what you can tolerate. Don't just jump right into weightlifting. And because I've seen people ask the question that used to lift weights before surgery, and they would lift heavy. And they would do like weightlifting, powerlifting, like lifting, and they said, well, can I go back to lifting heavy? No, I would not go back.
You need to do that slowly, gradually work your way back up.
If you bench pressed 150 pounds 3 times at 10 reps before your surgery, and then 6 weeks after, I would not go straight back to that, because
you need to work yourself back up, because you need to let your body.
Right, because you've been through so much, your body's worn down. You may still have the muscle, but you might not have the strength.
Right. Any surgery that you have is a trauma to your body, and you need to let your body fully recover before you start exerting it when you're working out.
It's just like an injury. Same thing, you have injury. You know, you never go back to something full on. You got to ease into it slowly. So.
So the next one is, what are the food stages after bariatric surgery? There are 4. Here we go. There's 4 stages, and they go to.
Liquid is the first.
Yeah, the first one is stage 1, clear liquid. That is for the first week after surgery.
And make sure it's sugar-free, because you will have dumping issues.
Right. You need to be when you have weight loss surgery, any type. We had sleeve surgery. We had the sleeve. But any type of weight loss surgery, you need to be very, very careful when it comes to sugar. Because sugar is the way that your body processes sugar after a weight loss surgery can continue. You can have dumping, you can have bloating, you can have a lot of bad effects in your body after surgery.
That's why you say sugar-free liquid.
Right, you need to do sugar-free
now,
liquid.
4 years out, I can tolerate sugar. It doesn't give me dumping, but I choose to get rid of it.
Right, I tolerate a little bit of sugar, but I don't tolerate a lot. So I work very hard to keep sugar out. The second stage is from 2 to 3 is the second and third week after surgery is your stage 2. It's full liquids. You can do yogurt. You can have I wouldn't do oatmeal and cream of wheat just because of the carbs that are in it. Unsweetened applesauce, blended. You can take beans and peas
but even
and mix.
oatmeal and cream of wheat, they can have, you know, at
Small-
that stage, they
At
can
that
probably
stage,
only
you
eat
can
about
only have about half a cup at the most.
They
right.
probably are going to eat
It's
2
about
bites
2
and they'll be
ounces.
full. Yeah.
I think it's.
So
I think it's
so
about
the
2
carbs
ounces.
ain't going to really matter if it's an ounce or two of oatmeal or cream of wheat,
Right.
because it'll help them feel full.
Right.
The carbs
And that is, and
you know.
to that goes from.
I don't know. We just don't
weeks,
do a lot of carbs anymore.
Right. That goes from the second week and third week. Then stage 3 is soft, moist foods. Typically, if it's fork tender, is the way that they told me. You can have lean proteins as chicken and pork, not beef. They tell you for this stage, which is for 2 weeks, which is week 4 and 5.
Unless you grind up the beef, like really grind it
No,
up.
they told no beef in that until after
like I
at
said,
least a month.
everybody has tried different things
Right.
and tolerated different.
You can have lean, you can have chicken, and as long as it's cooked pork, fork tender. If you can cut it with a fork, it's okay. It's typically okay. Then stage 4 is typically 4 to 6 weeks after surgery. Then you can slowly get back into regular eating. You're still only going to be able to eat about 4 to 5 ounces at a time, and every week after that 6-week period, you can usually increase from 4 to 8 ounces. I personally do not recommend ever going above 8 ounces of food at one sitting. You should never, if it's more than like 2 handfuls like this, it's too much. You should not eat too much.
I learned that lesson a few times. Even 4 years out, I've learned that lesson.
Right.
So,
that is the one thing that is very, very important.
Some people, even 10 years out, can only eat 4 ounces at a time.
Right.
That's just the way their bodies accepted it. That's the way that for 6 months after surgery, if they only tolerated 5 ounces and they're afraid to go more than that, then that's what they're used to.
Right. I can do 4 ounces and that's it. That's all I'm eating. If I try and go more than that, I don't throw up just because I have a mental training that I don't typically throw up. Very few times have I actually thrown up.
Yeah, but after surgery, you threw up.
I have thrown up
because of your body.
Right. It was the few times that I have thrown up after surgery. It was either because I ate too fast or because I ate a little too much, and that are the reasons that I have thrown up. Now this question, what are some healthy snacks to curb your sweet tooth? I recommend vegetables, but there are people who don't eat vegetables, and so other than that, we have Atkins products are wonderful.
Yeah,
they are wonderful,
M&Ms,
and you can actually go to
fruit mixes, not fruit mixes. They have chocolate mixes that you bought before, like salted caramel mixes.
Right, and I mean Atkins. You can go and if you go onto Atkins website, you can register, and they will actually send you coupons, which I'm going to be. They will send you coupons for their products. They will send you recipes. Atkins actually has a section on their website that has low-carb recipes.
So does Slim Fast.
Right. But Atkins is for keto, and it really is a lot of dietitians will put a person for the first year after surgery, you get put on keto because carbs.
They didn't put me on keto. They just told me be mindful of what I eat. But
the diet that the dietitian gave you was basically a keto diet. It's low carbs, high protein, medium fat.
After we finish this video, I'm gonna have to go look and see if I still have my paperwork.
I don't think you do. The other products that I recommend are Quest products. Quest typically they have pizzas, they have meals as well as
yet, but we've tried the cookies,
right? And I do love.
They have a s'more cookie that's just
right. I do love the Quest products. Quest products, Atkins products are really, really good.
But for the other ones, for sweet tooth, you just gotta,
you have to try it out.
I've tried Protein One yet, or
I did. I tried the Protein One meal replacement bars, which I really did like. I've had them before. I like the Fiber One products. You just have to make sure and look at the carb count and try to keep the carbs kind of low.
Sugar-free baking chips that you can buy for a sweet tooth. I mean, they got things out there if you really.
The other one is Pure Protein. I have tried a few of the Pure Protein bars.
That's new.
Right.
That chip. We tried the puffs.
Right, we did try the puffs. Those were pretty good.
They were good.
We tried the nacho cheese. We haven't tried the brick oven. I haven't seen the brick oven yet.
And they're little.
Yeah, they have protein shakes as well. I've never tried their shake. The next one is the cookies. That's the chocolate cookies. Those look. I haven't seen those. Typically, they have them at Walmart, but I haven't seen those cookie sandwiches. Those look like kind of like Oreos.
Right. You can find stuff to snack on that's low carb, that's sugar free, but you just have to be mindful, of
You have to be
other
mindful
stuff.
of the carbs and the sugar that's in it.
Well, some people, it just 6 months out, a year out, still
Right.
they enjoy carbs, but they just do it on a small basis.
Right.
Like I like mac and cheese, but do I eat it a lot? Probably not.
And I will say, I do keto. I really do. I'm very conscious about doing keto. And the other night, I will tell a story, and I was cleaning up the kitchen. It was about 9 o'clock at night. He was asleep, and I was a little munchy. So I looked over and I saw these little club crackers that he has, and my little snack bin. And I said, you know what? I'm only gonna eat a couple. I took two club crackers and ate those club crackers, and I almost doubled over within 5 minutes. I almost doubled over in pain because
Well, the other day
my
you had
stomach
a
just
week
could
before
not.
that you had a few crackers and it didn't bother you. So
But it
it's
did
like,
not. It was not good. I mean, it was painful. I can say
I got just
that.
one more question to get done.
This last one. Do either of you regret having the surgery? Me, absolutely not.
No, I don't regret it. I just wish I would have been able to do it sooner.
Right. And I mean, I really, honestly wish I would have done it. I could have done it. I wish I would have done it. And I've said before, a lot of the reason I did not have it before I did, when he and I got together, if I would have known it was a possibility for me before he and I got together, I would have done it. But when he and I got together, he gave me confidence, even at a bigger size, that I didn't need it. I knew he was going to love me no matter what. And I felt I didn't need to do it. I was happy with being big. He made me feel good about myself. It was when my health, my A1C was going up, my cholesterol was going up, my health was starting to become a problem. That is when I finally did decide to go ahead and do it. I wish I had done it earlier. I really do. Before my health started becoming a problem, before my cholesterol started going up, before my A1C started going up. I wish I had done it earlier. If I have any regrets, that's the only regret. I love that I've had the surgery. I love myself. I feel so much better since I had the surgery. I can walk. I can do exercises. I'm not tired all the time. I don't have to drink energy drink just to be able to get out of bed. I don't.
Hey, that's a pot shot at me, but I
No,
don't
it's
drink.
not.
But I
No,
don't
no,
drink
no,
them.
no.
I don't drink them for energy. I drink them because I
No,
like the taste
that's
of
not.
them. They don't do shit for me.
I know. No, it's not. It's not a shot at you. It's because I used to drink the Crystal Light Energy. That was how I got up in the morning. Was because I drank
Now
that
you say
energy
you
drink
need
all the
coffee to
time.
keep you awake.
No, I don't need coffee to keep me awake. I like my coffee.
I don't
okay?
regret it because before the surgery, I was on cholesterol medicine, diabetes medicine. My testosterone was low. My thyroid was wacky. I had high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, all of that. I am the only medicine that I am going to be on from the doctor besides psych medicine will be an inhaler. I am a former smoker. My doctor says that I should keep the inhaler just in case I need it. Even though I'm a former smoker, 10 years from now I could need it. So it's always good to keep the inhaler around.
Right.
But other than that,
Right.
I am no longer on any prescribed medicine for anything.
Right. Not right.
Whether you
Your
have
health
the
has
surgery
gotten
or
so much
not,
better. Right.
whether you have this surgery or not, the emphasis is you can change your life.
Right.
It's not going to happen overnight. It's not a miracle.
Right.
It is a slow process, and there's going to be bumps and hills through the process.
Right.
They have a guy that I follow on Instagram. Maybe next week I will pull him up. Twice. He didn't have the surgery, but twice in his life, he went. One time he was 500 something pounds. He got down to 300. He gained it all back for some reason. Then a second time he lost all the weight doing keto. He's now down to like 240, 250.
Right.
And he did this without weight loss surgery. So it is possible to do this, but it takes time.
Right.
That child actor that we saw, he was big, and then he, after 10 years of up and down dieting, losing weight, gaining weight, losing weight, he finally figured out how to do it the right way and keep it off. it takes time. Some people can do this in a year or two and be perfectly fine because their bodies react different.
Right.
Just never give up.
Right.
Trust the process.
Right. And even if you have something happen in your life and you go to binge eating and you gain weight, you can always go back and you can always get back into the healthy lifestyle. You can always change again and get back on the horse and start back with the weight loss, start back with weight lifting and eating right and things like that.
It happens all the time.
It's always possible.
I mean, it happens with people that quit smoking, quit drinking, or quit eating certain things, or do things in moderation. You're going, like the lady at Walmart told us, the one that worked there, she quit smoking for 8 years and she started smoking again and then she quit again.
Right.
It's a process in life.
Right.
You know, we're never, you know, nobody, well not, I'm sorry, there's very few percent of people that can actually quit something and stick to it for life.
Right.
It's a rare mindset.
Right.
But they do have people that can do it. The whole thing is, you know, my takeaway, and I'll say this to the day they put me in the grave.
Mm-hmm.
It is a journey.
Yes.
Enjoy the journey. The results will pay off eventually. Right. Your weight's going to spike up and down because our body is 70% water. You know, if you do a 3-day liquid diet, you might drop 10 pounds on the scale, but it's not all fat. You're going to, you know, the guy I follow on Instagram, somebody asked him, is a sauna suit good for losing weight? He says, no, because you're going to sweat water out. And what's going to happen after you work out? You're going to drink 16 ounces of water and you're going to gain 3 pounds of water weight.
Right.
So don't let the scale ruin you. Go by your measurements, by the way your clothes feel, by your energy. If you can do more reps, do more sets.
If you can walk more, if you can get up and
measure how
play with your kids more,
right?
You know?
Measure about your energy output, your you know, your more of your actions and your clothes, not by a scale.
Right.
You know.
That is all the questions that we have for today. Next week, we're going to try and do some questions about working out and our workouts and things like that. But that is all the questions that we have for today about diet and the weight loss surgery itself. So please leave us a like and subscribe and leave us a comment. Let us know how you feel about any of this, if you have any different experiences than what we have. So
let us know
if you feel differently than we do,
or if you experienced something or what you went through. Right. You know, I mean, that's what we're here for. Right. Discussion. And we like to discuss things. So
we'll see you next week. Have a nice week. Bye-bye.